All right, you're live.
Okay.
Wait a couple of minutes. Let some people get in.
So this guy should turn his video down, huh?
Maybe hashtag free Janet and Caryn. Hashtag free Janet and Caryn. Hashtag them Willies.
Oh, there we go, right there. Oh, look, you put your arm up.
I know they're always
Posing.
fucking.
What's up, guys?
Put your arm up.
I know they're always. Get my pants legs. Man, I hate it.
We just got out of jail, though, so it's like.
Yeah, we just got out of jail.
So you guys want to
You're
tell us?
kicking around. What the hell are you doing?
I don't know.
First time in jail.
Oh,
So Janet, you want to talk about your first time in jail?
Oh. Yeah, that was a doozy.
What
They hurt me, huh? That's where that fucking fat fucking killer pig fucking put his arms. I thought that fucking hurt
Show me this.
until he fucking did this.
She was bleeding.
my God.
gushing, man.
It fucking, this
Look at
is
they cut her
just,
open. Look
oh,
how
they're
swollen her
fucking
arm
just
is.
draining, man. This saved it. Nothing here, but man, fucking look at how wide that is.
Yep. Tell them what they did.
Grab me by my. Yeah.
It's fucked up,
awful.
right?
It was fucking awful.
All that because you were sitting there quietly
Yeah.
outside the courtroom watching a video.
He's been wanting to fucking put hands on me. I've been telling these fucks I'm scared of him.
What's his name?
Yep.
Brett?
Brett Garignani.
That piece of
Dumpy
shit.
D.
Boom.
That murderer.
Yep.
That needs a bullet in his head.
Yeah.
So.
It was more like, you think this hurts, bitch? Let me
Mhm.
show you what fucking pain is.
For him to do that to her wrist and
Let me
make her
tell
bleed
ya,
like that,
they couldn't- Go on.
he tightened it so tight they couldn't even get him off.
Oh no, they couldn't
Put
get
his
him
hands on her and hurt her on purpose, that piece of shit.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I was thankful Caryn was with me. If you ever want to go to jail, you want to go with Caryn.
I don't want to go to jail anymore.
She had just gotten out.
Just gotten out.
Yeah, 11 o'clock. Just gotten out, and
Were they happy to see you again, Karen?
oh yeah, they said
Oh
hi,
yeah, they were
Caryn.
going, hi Caryn, and
Yeah.
you know.
And
shit,
Karen, you
fucking-
were leaving too, right? You just weren't leaving fast enough.
Oh, I was leaving, and then I saw how that piece of shit murdering pig was getting in Janet's face, right up in her space and stuff. And I know that he scares her and stuff because he's a murderer.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking
he's a murderer. And so I turned back around, and the other cops weren't listening to Janet to get this murderer away from her. Don't let him touch her. And they weren't listening. They were just letting him hands on her. And then he put hands on her, and I flipped the fuck out. Kinda. And they just let it happen, and they let him touch her and abuse her and fucking bruise her up and shit. You know, so.
Oh, Michael.
What?
I was
Hi,
supposed to take
Michael.
Michael to the doctor.
You were.
To the hospital.
Hi.
Yeah.
Instead, he got stuck with Brian.
Good. Yeah, awesome. Kyle's doing a live stream on us right now.
Shit's fucked up. Shit is fucked up.
Are you coming over?
It was awful. An awful experience.
Oh, okay. You want to talk?
It was fucking awful.
It's bullshit, right?
Oh, okay.
Awful.
For nothing.
Yeah.
They throw me in a fucking cage.
Yeah, and Lucero said that with audio, just video, without audio, just video, they had enough to affect the arrest
Yeah.
because it looked like you were resisting.
I was resisting.
Not resisting, you were just sitting there. You weren't compliant.
Why don't they have a right to kick me out of a fucking courthouse?
No, the courtroom is one thing, but the entire courthouse, especially when I owned up to my own actions,
If you would want.
that's
to. I
just
don't know if you would want
an overburdened fucking judge with a bunch of badge fucking heavy
No, it's not
testosterone fueled
It's not an
goons
issue.
getting ready to push women and people around for what? For nothing.
attacked you, and I'm like, whoa, man. You're like,
So,
Yeah.
To
To quote the great Eric Fuck the Cops Brent, you fucked with Janet Madsen?
So we went to bed.
Oh, you done fucked with the wrong bitch today.
He's a Chevy's been wanting to put his hands on her, and he hurt her on purpose.
It was
He hurt
awful.
her on purpose.
It was
Yeah.
awful. The disrespect
Yeah.
every one of them fucks have for you.
Mhm.
I
Okay,
thought I
I'll let her know.
fucking committed fucking
Thank
murder
you.
or
Thank you,
some
Michael.
shit the way they
Bye.
fucking treated me.
I was threatened with being beat by other prisoners by the guard.
And imagine this, Janet.
I put 24/7
Oh,
live.
well, I've been given
Imagine
a
this,
concussion
Janet.
in there. I'm treated
It's
like
so
shit.
commonplace to them that they don't even
Yeah.
think about it.
Oh, I watched him walk
Bad
in.
motherfuckers
Fresh.
just, uh,
Shift change, right?
Oh yeah, you see that? They come over with
Oh,
a
yeah.
little fucking lunch jar or something.
Yeah, the
or
burnt
whatever.
Doritos, the Chichitos. We're out there fucking starving. There's people that are fucking starving.
Michael says that Mark Burton wants to hear from you. He's willing to take your case. Wants to take your case.
I talked to Mark about it.
Yeah. So I said call him and stuff. And he said, Michael said, do you mind if Darren O'Connor took my case? I said, I don't care.
What case? Oh, this one.
Yeah. So I don't know if they offered or what. Good to be out.
Shit is fucked up, man. That
I didn't
prison
get anyone
industrial
arrested.
complex
I got
has got to come down.
Mm-hmm.
There's fucking so many women in there crying. I was like, 3 more come in. It's like, what the fuck?
And she really helped a couple. She's in there scared for the first time. And she comes, this homeless lady, this homeless black lady was just crying. She goes, come sit over here with me, honey. And stopped her from
Everything-
crying, and then everyone was laughing and stuff in there. And then when she went upstairs, it kind of went downhill. They started crying again, but yeah, she helped
She was
a
gonna
couple.
lose everything she had. 1 suitcase, that's all she had. And homeless. She had come to our feed, so she knew who I was.
Mhm.
It took her a while. We had to talk about it. Yeah, it was.
I'm out.
That was an enjoyable. It was a lot going on. A lot of guys, different personalities. The whole bathroom freaking thing.
She wouldn't go to the bathroom until the trustees went in there and cleaned it.
The
'Cause it's
bathrooms
bad.
were the most.
Bad.
It was the dirtiest, freaking filthiest place I've ever in my life been. It was.
Because the first one, the ones downstairs from the courtroom, she goes, these are filthy. And I go, honey, these are clean. It's like,
Where I dressed out today to come out of there stunk like piss so fucking bad. The
Yeah.
toilet was just.
and that's the best I seen that bathroom too. Getting dressed out. Usually, yeah.
Yeah, we gotta do something about this fucking place. A ticketable offense, right?
Mhm.
And I'm freaking tortured.
Well, the trespassing, as explained by Lucera, the trespassing was the ticketable offense. The interfering with the sheriff's deputy is what you were being held for.
She
There
didn't
was no
interfere with
interference.
shit.
They
I
could have
know.
fucking stood down. They had no right to
should have
even
stayed-
contact me.
No.
I already had an ordeal with all of them
Mhm.
at
Defend.
defense fucking hearing in E.
And that fucking Brett motherfucker has a hard on for us right now, and he just wanted to have an excuse to put his hands on her and hurt her.
Oh, Joe Cool doesn't know. Hold on. I'm sorry. Joe Cool. Janet and Caryn were arrested yesterday. Go ahead, Caryn.
Oh, I thought I was I don't remember what I was saying.
Yeah, for I don't even know what for. Sitting down. I
Well,
was.
right now you're interfering.
Because that
That's
piece
the
of
case.
shit, Judge Rudolph,
Yeah.
doesn't like Occupy around. Cause
Well, that's something too. All of Occupy had to leave. Who is fucking Occupy? Right? How do you kick out a whole group of people and not the other group?
Well, You know, he was quoted saying that the other group were the good activists. We were there for our own reasons.
Yeah.
Because
We
my
get
friend
shit-
Fred wasn't walking fast enough
Yep.
in a crosswalk.
82-year-old.
And mind you, we haven't been in this motherfucker's courtroom since auto.
Yeah, since I know.
So how the fuck are we there for other fucking things other than to support somebody?
Exactly. That's what they don't want.
I know.
They don't want people in there.
They don't want people to
You know?
make aware to other people what's really going on in there and shit. And that's why they're making it so we can't record in there anymore. So they can lie like that fucking pig Brett and say I was trespassed when I have proof that I wasn't. He never said that to me the first time I was arrested the day before. And they just don't want people to be able to film the truth so they can lie up their ass and get people arrested for no reason whatsoever. It's fucking bullshit.
Shit is fucked up and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We sang that a couple of little times
Oh, yeah, we
in there
sang-
in the waiting area.
That's what I wanted to say was
So I
that
said-
was a good part of it. I didn't think it could get fucking that much worse, right? Then they dressed me out, and
Took her.
as soon as that fucking door was like, oh my god, how do you get out? Oh my god. I was just like, no. And then my bunkmate, who fucking went right to sleep, said when she walks by, just knock on the window.
And then they ignore you. They say they ignore you. But anyway, when we were downstairs before we even got into booking, it was funny. We were on side by side cells down in the basement, and I hear the door pushing. I go, she kept doing it. I go, Janet, you're not gonna be able to open the door, hon. Is she like
Like
just
just,
making sure it was locked or
just in the
something?
hinges and shit. What kind of a, how are we going to get out of here?
Well, honey, you're not getting out.
That was fucked up, man. We need to burn that shit down.
So did you guys get to see all the artwork outside the jail when you get out?
I did. That
Was it still there?
It
The
was.
heart was beautiful. How it shaded him.
Yeah.
It
I believe that was
shaded.
I believe that was Jonah.
Jonna?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was beautiful.
So you
Hey,
you
Jonna!
arrested the heart of Denver. The heart of Denver.
Love that guy too. But yeah.
That's fucked up for nothing. Just
I thought about so much shit, like Moses L. 29 years, right? He's been found not guilty. And he lived in that fucking space. I knew I was getting out. I knew you guys were outside, right? I knew that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
it is pretty fucked up being in there and not knowing that no one has gone
this-
for you and you don't know how long you're gonna be in there.
This woman
It's
is
a
sitting next to
scary
me.
feeling.
$100 bond. Didn't
Mhm.
know how she was going to pay it. Crying. Couldn't get out. Luckily, they gave her a PR. But you shouldn't have to fucking sit in there all goddamn night then.
And they had a
We got
pregnant
out
woman.
fast. Oh,
A
yeah.
pregnant woman came in
Oh my God.
for
she-
stealing French fries.
She went back to the airport to the job she used to work at, and they gave her French fries. And they called the cops and got her for stealing French fries. She was pregnant. 8 months.
First time ever arrested, 8.5 months pregnant for stealing fucking
Oh my
French
God.
fries.
No shit. It was awful. It was
Bullshit.
awful.
Why, man? Oops. You know.
Shit is fucked up.
And stuff.
Go give this to
I don't
Daddy.
even know.
Hey.
But Lisa Calderon used to work.
Hate you.
With
You know
the
you're a
mayor.
star. You're a star.
Did something and wanted to
Just
do
bring a
something
dish
about
to
that
one
jail
guy to eat.
situation.
Bring it.
When they bought the new jail, when they built the new jail, I don't even think it was supposed to be full until 2030 or some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Massive amounts. They're fucking packed. Packed.
This time it wasn't full up, but several times I've gone in, they've had 3 to a 2-man show, and people in boats in
I
the
thought
open
about
area.
that too. How the fuck somebody gonna sleep there?
I
How am I gonna pace back and forth with somebody laying there? Oh my god!
Someone laying there, you got about that much walk around.
Swimming in there. Oh, it was awful. It was
Right.
awful.
It's the courtesy flush thing. I told her about that. Oh no, you were.
I didn't
going
even
already.
use that fucking shit. I didn't even use it. I waited for the trustee to clean the one in the holding thing. I peed and said I didn't pee again.
Well, you drink the water because the water sucks so bad.
Oh, I was so thirsty, so fucking thirsty. And finally, they give me that orange cup, and the water was. It just like put.
Horrendous.
Oh my god, it was awful. I
I
wanted to knock on the
never-
window. You have any bottled water? Hello?
I never thought I'd see Janet go to jail or anything. It's been years I've known her, and
Oh my god.
she's up in the face and shit and doing shit like us, but
Yeah,
thank
they
God she
always
never
left
got
me
arrested.
alone. It was this fat fuck that's got a heart on. He's got a fucking heart on.
And then he bruised
Because I
her
won't
up.
stop calling him a murderous fucking pig.
And
Did
he
he-
got all
That's what he
butthurt.
is.
Did he say anything to you along those lines, or did he fucking keep his fucking smug little fucking
Yeah,
look
he
down
kept
He
his
his-
nose?
just
my
kept
little
fucking twisting.
Grinding and fucking
Total.
hurt her.
Total fucking, I would almost say rape culture there. I mean,
Mhm.
he fucking wanted to hurt.
And they do, and they find different ways. If they can't take you down and say stop
Yeah.
resisting, while they pound you for when you're not resisting.
Yeah, just how hard he even
So-
pushed me into the elevator,
Yeah. They
right?
have subtle little ways, the handcuffs
What
and
the
the
fuck?
pain compliant shit, bending your fucking arms and wrists.
It'd be different if I was freaking, right? Oh.
She's a grandmother. And you gotta fucking put your hands on her like that, you piece of shit.
Oh, Caryn.
Fucking hurting her like that, bruising her.
The whole fingerprinting thing. What the fuck is that shit?
I told him, Janet, you have to
Oh
get
my
through it. They're
God.
gonna put their hands on you and
We
touch
all need to buy a gun. That's what I decided. Because
I've been telling them for months. All I need is an
Yeah.
M14.
you.
I
Tyrants,
never thought I
terrorists.
would need one, but that's out of control. That's where they want everybody. Is in that fucking
Just comply.
jail, fingerprinted
We'll
up,
say
no
what
felonies, no fucking guns in their house. So when they walk through, they kick down your door.
and they'll do what they want to you, even kill you.
Yeah, that's fucking awful.
Just comply, just obey. It don't matter what we say, what we do to you. You obey or we'll hurt you more or we'll fucking
Oh,
kill
that
you.
was total. Take it, right? Take it. Or it's going to hurt worse, right? It's going to hurt worse. This fucking hurt so bad.
Mhm. And you can tell it did. It's
Here comes
fucking.
Brian. Hi, Ryan. How's Michael?
Michael can, we're only one eye here. I just want to make sure that you understand that. We're only one eye here.
No.
And how the fuck? Is this your bruising?
Yeah.
That
Yeah, look at
motherfucker's
that.
gonna pay.
Look at the wrist where she was
Okay.
bleeding. She was dripping blood from there. And look at it, it's all bruised and swollen. That piece of shit.
I couldn't
Grinded
believe-
the handcuffs into her.
He's done for it.
I
We
didn't
have-
wanna-
You have lawyers taking your case already.
Thank you for my phone.
Yeah, I mean, there's oh, these fucking idiots. I'm glad you got out too, because I saw like 11:30 you were T status and she wasn't,
Yeah, I got out probably 1:30.
and then at 4 o'clock you were released. So
At 4:30 we were watching videos in bed.
okay.
After they bonded the
I
post,
was so.
I was out within 30 minutes and her within 35
Did you just say
minutes.
after they bonded the
I
post?
got out and then she
You-
was
you-
still on T when I got out, on T level. And then when I got out and then I said check again, in like 15 minutes she was out, the T was off of her. He went right away and bonded her and she was out within 35 minutes. That's
So-
never happened before.
That's good. Well, it's also never happened before that you've been in jail in this
Like released in 24 hours and back in again, has it?
Oh, the sergeant threatened me because they had my picture in this one cop's shirt, and he had been gone in and out, and he'd been gone for hours. And he came in, and I saw it tucked in, and I go, "What the fuck is?" And I've been trying to say, I'm going, and 3 or 4 nurses approved me for medical because of my heart monitor. And then he comes back, and I say, "What's this?" And he goes, "Oh, we're just separating women from men." And I go, "No, it's mine only in your shirt, and you've been gone for hours." And then he went back over to the desk, and they were laughing and shit. And then I was going, what the fuck? And then the sergeant comes out, and he says, "Go over there." And I go, "I have this plugged in. I have to have this plugged in and stuff." And he goes, and I go, "Why does he have my paperwork in his thing, and it's been hours? Janet left 4 hours ago, and I'm still down here." And we came in at the same time. And he goes, "Don't worry about that. That's none of your business." I go, "But it is." And he goes, shut up and go over there and sit down, or you're going to be in one of those cells for 18 hours when I get back on my shift in 18 hours. And they've done that to me before.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wanting to be bonded out. So I finally and I sat down, so pissed off and stuff. But he threatened to put me in the cell with a slab this big to lay on after I've been in there already 10 hours down there.
And you have a heart monitor, which means you're supposed to be in a medical ward.
Yeah. And they wouldn't put me in and shit. And he threatened me like that. So I shut up. And then I called you on the phone about 5 minutes. I calmed down down there. I got up. I got on the phone and I said, "This is Janet's phone, the only number I know." And I said, "Caryn." When they say your name, I go, "Caryn, I need help." And right when I was on the phone, when I was calling, when they saw I was calling, they said, "Caryn, are you ready now?"
Was that at 11:30 at night?
Around, yeah.
Okay.
And they go, "Caryn, are you ready now?" When they saw me on the fucking phone, getting someone else involved.
Because,
and then I went up.
yeah, because I heard the phone ringing, and then I went to go get it, and it was already hung up, so it was gone.
Yeah, that's
So,
what,
I
because
was
they're threatening
worried.
me, and I wanted people to call and stuff because they're holding me back. They were holding me back for hours. Like they fucked with me in there.
Right.
And the second I got on the phone, "Caryn, you ready to go up?"
You got to remember that the Denver's sheriff's department is a sunken ship, and 50% of its staff are just treading water till they're able to get out of that job post, and that's something that
They don't give a fuck. They're tyrants. They're fucking tyrants.
Right. Their representatives have already said, like, we don't care. We don't trust a sheriff. We have no reason. Right. So it's a real situation. But you were processed. You had a visitor.
Yeah.
The lawyer came and visited you
Mark.
and checked on everything. Saw that.
Made me look good. I just want everybody to know. It made me look
That
good.
never happens, and everyone was going.
I got up. Everybody
Wow.
was like, "Whoa."
Yeah. And
I come back with some power.
So did the nurses take photographs of your injuries?
No.
No.
So they violated the process because they're supposed to do that as part of their job duties per
The
your
nurses
booking.
No,
in there are
man.
so incompetent, and I told her about that. If you need, if you need anything, just try to relax and calm yourself and get the ibuprofen now because they're incompetent. The
Oh, I
nurses in there,
fucking had a headache that was fucking wouldn't quit.
and her arm hurt like hell.
Well,
Oh, my
obviously.
arm, fuck you.
And he just
Oh,
grabbed. I mean, we have video. Did you see the video of you
gosh,
getting arrested?
Yeah.
Right? Somebody else posted.
It happened so fast. I didn't even know how I got up off the chair.
No, and
Until I
like,
saw the video.
like I tried to stop and turn around because I heard you,
Yeah.
and it was basically like I was gonna get arrested if I didn't turn around. Right?
Oh,
Keep going downstairs.
Michael. Oh, so
Oh, is
sorry,
Mike with me? Yeah,
babe.
good. Yeah. So we're only one eye here. That's that's his message to you today. And of course, so glad that these guys got out and did some chalking, and it looks like we're just gonna own the city of Denver soon.
I already called the 16th Street Mall, so you guys can figure out what other streets you want.
That's where I live. That's my.
No.
That's my hood.
No.
I'm gonna take Civic Center and Veterans Park so I can turn it into a homeless, encampment and community center.
Well, it's
You
gonna.
should've seen
That's
how
what I was
many
gonna do with the
homeless
entire
people-
16th Street Mall. I was gonna let the businesses stay there, but I was gonna allow the homeless to set up their camps there.
Nice. There was a meeting yesterday at the downtown Denver Park.
Well, there's
offices.
that. There's that nice median in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. perfect for everybody to walk by and see.
Well, we better clean it quick because they're planning on turning that into
Well, it'll be
a
mine.
bus lane.
No, it's gonna be mine. So
Really
You
quick.
should see how many homeless people were coming in into jail.
Oh
There's
my
this one
gosh.
older man. So a woman from our side gave him more of her sandwich because he couldn't straighten up, and he was carrying around his shoes, and he was so old, and so they had
Starving.
several homeless people coming in for, I'm sure, shit charges that they
Peanut
didn't-
butter and jelly and a thing of milk. No,
That's it.
no Rice Krispie bar. Something, right?
So what you're
How do
saying?
you call that?
What you're saying, Janet, is that you feed the homeless better than they
Oh
do?
my God, I never. The peanut butter was like coming up all the time,
One of-
belching that fucking. What the? I never had. I love peanut butter. What the fuck was
It was
that?
gross, and you see people
What
trying
was
to mix
that?
it together and spread it with
Oh
their
my
fingers.
God!
Did you get
But one
a
of
get a
the-
sandwich when you were coming in too at the brown bag right away, so
No.
you had food?
No, I didn't get anything to eat.
I kept asking for it for this lunch. Both of us hadn't eaten all day.
Luckily,
They
the
wouldn't give us
men
one.
knew if you don't start a ruckus, and a sergeant come in and delivered lunches and delivered to everybody one by one.
Oh, dinners. It was
Two
like
of
5:30.
them,
It was like an
gangster,
hour late.
right? Grab two. Hey, I need one. Right now, he's got two. They're so fucking
So a couple
over
of the
this
guys,
fucked up fucking shit.
and one
Yeah.
one homeless
I
lady
met a
that
girl.
came
Go
in
on.
was recognized us from the feed. She'd
Yeah.
come down to the feed before.
She's
It's a
got really
breakfast.
nice clothes. She said. Yeah. She's
Yeah,
really.
and they stole all her shit, so she's
Yeah.
coming down Sunday to
Yeah.
get more clothes from us.
Where's she
because
going
they
Sunday?
stole 'em.
Coming to the feed.
To the feed to get more clothes.
What are they,
because
cattle?
stole- Well,
To
we
the-
say that. We've said that to the community
know.
meal.
It's a community meal.
Yeah.
So you did make some connections, you made some friends in
You
there.
know what? It was kind of fun. That's what I was trying to say. Is that one where Marvin Booker was murdered? If you can get over that,
Yeah?
that was kind of like we got threatened to be thrown in a cage if we didn't stop. We were too loud.
Laughing.
Yeah,
But there was a
because there
couple
was
women-
like so many fucking neat women in there, right? You walk in there and you just like, oh, what the fuck, man?
Right. And you were at that spot
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that killers and,
Yeah.
and all that shit.
and that
Then
one
as
homeless
they, go on.
that one homeless woman coming in was crying. Janet goes, "You come sit over here. You come sit over here." And another lady was, and they were just
Oh, yeah, I
going to
rubbed her
her, and
leg.
she's being scared herself, but she was helping
$100, man.
other women that were upset
This
being
is
in there for
really
no
fucking
reason.
sad.
Like
I'm
I
so
said, a
fucking
pregnant
pissed.
woman that was arrested for stealing French fries.
I don't
Sitting
even
in
know
there
if you
eating a half
can
months
get
pregnant,
it.
never been arrested before.
Stealing French
I don't
fries.
know.
What? She's like ran up
Look
to
at
the
how
table and ran
fucking
up.
A
wide
place
it
where
is.
she used to work at the
That's
airport,
what-
and it's like,
You can see it
yeah,
real
it
good
was
like
fucked
that.
up. And when she left, and I
Yeah,
was like, "Oh, look."
this was bad. It
Yeah,
fucking.
when she left, they started
handcuffs.
crying again.
Your
You
arm
show
is
the underside
swollen.
again?
It's swollen like an
Look at
inch.
that.
Yeah?
That's from that
Fucking-
fat fuck's fucking claws.
No, that's from the handcuffs
what it
so
was.
tight.
That's
No,
what it
that's
was
her
about.
butt, that-
you
no.
listen. See, now here it is.
Yeah, Karen.
Oh,
Just stop drawing it up.
hey, calm down.
So you got to
Fucking hurt.
you got to talk to some people. You got to be I mean this is the first time you've ever been arrested, right?
I was shocked at how many people were first time too. A
And
pregnant woman, never been in jail
Right.
before.
and so this all stemmed from the Denver Sheriff's Department failure to corral and bailiff their jury pool.
Mhm.
Right? I mean, basically, there's a whole bunch of people standing out in the hallway, and there's no sheriff with them or no bailiff to make sure that nothing happens to the jury that would take them.
Exactly right.
Right? And so Rudolph kicked everybody out of half the courtroom side and said, "You can't be there." Right? There's not enough room for seats for everybody else. So you were outside. You were in the hallway.
Well, I knew there was a lot of activists in that room,
Yeah.
and to bring in a jury and empty that whole side, right?
Right,
It was gonna have to take some people leaving that.
right. And so you had actually gone to somebody else's courtroom to
Oh, yeah.
observe some things.
Yeah.
And so,
And they brought fucking shit tons of fucking pigs in there. And fat fucker was in there, that killer.
yeah, he was
fucking
standing out in
pig.
the hallway when I come through.
Oh, he'd come in that courtroom twice. Twice. And both times when he walked by me, I called him a killer fucking pig.
Right. So and that's important. We actually need to go get the audio files from both courtrooms because you your communication with that specific sheriff is like was going to show his premeditated efforts and his
Dude,
mindset.
Don't lie. We just want the recording of me telling Judge Rudolph, "Fuck your court."
Yeah.
Well, that's
That
probably
was
going to be
sweet.
in the newspaper later this week.
I know.
Yeah, I've got several phone calls from reporters over the last 24 hours
About
about yesterday's event.
my actions? Really?
he just likes that he might be in the Westward. He was all.
Hey, how many articles has the Westward written about you, huh?
A lot.
Several.
Three.
Well, I'm trying to get in the club, all right, Caryn?
More with the post. And more with Channel 4, 13, 7, and 9.
Right. Karen's been in news articles where they just deleted the shit.
Live streaming on the TV live stream.
I'm not focused with Inception right now, dude. You sit out there and trip, enjoy the fucking thing, stay in your own world.
I don't know what just happened, but
So
yeah,
they-
it's
so-
pretty fucked up because
Shit is fucked up.
there was like 20 or more sheriffs in the hallway when they popped out of that courtroom to tell us that we had to leave. Right? I was in the courtroom when Flores is flying out to grab everybody. Like,
You were in the courtroom.
I followed him out of the courtroom, right? And so when y'all got called in, I was in the courtroom and came out and saw that, right? And then went back into the courtroom, right? So when you come out and I'm like, "Where's the order?" and
Yeah.
give me a list of names, right? The
Can I
video,
play footsie now?
My knee hurts.
right? And so Sergeant Lucero came out and talked to Kyle and myself and those outside, right, a couple of times. And one of the things that was really clear is that the video in the courthouse has no audio, and the sheriffs don't wear body cameras. And so all they had to go on when they arrested the two of you was what they saw, not what they heard. So if it wasn't for activists from other activist groups who are not familiar with the new regulations, videotaping your interactions, nobody would actually audibly know from video evidence that you were telling the commander or whoever, one of the other people, that this fat bottom of the totem pole sheriff's deputy
Fucking pig.
was too close to you and that you didn't feel safe.
And we wouldn't have even got that footage if we weren't at the media area, designated media area.
No. There were
Yes.
other. There were. I'm not talking about our video. I'm talking about other people's video who don't know about the media area, who don't know about the judges trying to silence
Yeah,
us.
Climate change people. They've not.
They've not been incensed with that, and they were told to shut off their cameras. Right? Some of them did. Some of them
See,
didn't.
I did not hear that. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were. I knew when
Because the
all
guy with the long
cops-
gray hair, he fucking.
He
I
kept
knew
on
when all the
recording.
cops
Oh,
came
yeah,
in
yeah.
on us,
Fuck.
they all jumped
So-
up and were
He was a good
coming
dude
and
too, because I
watching.
said something at one point about how all cops are this or that, and he's like, "All of them?" And I'm like, "Yep, all of them." And he goes, I like
there's no
that.
good cop. There's no good cop.
I had some fun at their expense yesterday. Of course, we all did.
"Hey,
but-
what about that Russian dude yesterday with us when they were pushing us out?"
Well, do you know
You
that
cut-
you don't have to be a U.S. citizen to be a Denver sheriff?
Apparently.
No, that's part of the rules. You
Oh,
don't
really?
have to be a citizen to be a Denver sheriff.
Huh.
That was on my recording from the night before when I went to that meeting about the sheriffs, and
Yeah.
the council person.
Well, no, I was getting at how he fucking tried instigating a fight with us when I said, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of his face right now." And he goes, "Or what?"
Oh yeah.
You know, like, who the fuck are you? What do you mean, or what?
They're trying to entrap us, though.
I know
right?
they are.
And of course, they have this new memorandum that came out November 22nd, highlighting their arresting powers, which they're trying to focus on now a little bit more, and that's why they're so fucking bully pulpit, power hungry. At the end of the day, though, this is not gonna stand, right?
I don't know how you can kick me out of a fucking hallway.
No.
The fucking Queen of
there's
Denver.
a
How the
list
fuck are you
of
gonna
us.
kick her out of anywhere?
Listen, the judge doesn't have to name the people that he doesn't want kicked out of the building that aren't in his courtroom. He just has to go off
Puts them in
the
a group.
pre-established class of people, right? And we're just going to kick the whole class of them out, whether they claim to be members of a certain organization or not, right? And he was even in the courtroom saying how the Extinction Rebellion protesters were good protesters and Occupy Denver protesters were bad protesters. Right? I mean, there's audio files we need to go get.
I deserve to get beat the fuck up.
I was
Hey,
wondering when it was going to
Saint Janet, who
happen.
feeds over 200
No,
people a
her
week.
mouth for years. and she's
7
never
years.
got fucked up.
He wanted to fuck me up.
He did too.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Jake
yeah.
Moore, we're not auditors, we're activists.
And the thing is that he went to each of us, right? He
I saw it.
started
That's-
me, then he went to him, then he went to you, right? I mean, it was, and I was talking to the captain and ignoring, and I still.
Fucking belly bumped you a couple times. I fucking
Yeah,
right
that
up
captain
in your
just
face.
stands aside and let him.
Well,
do
you know, and I
shit.
kind of thought that like I didn't want to go to jail, so I was just delaying the whole process for everybody to kind of scuttle up, but that obviously didn't happen.
Yeah.
So you're free. Have you scheduled a doctor's appointment?
Yeah.
Should get a medical examination. But your lawyer wants to talk to you. He's called already for you this morning. Or one of the lawyers that wants to take your case. And the other lawyer that is possible going to co-counsel between the two of you.
Yeah, Michael called.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to declare it all on video, so. Yeah, good stuff though. So you finally got arrested. How's it feel to be part of the gang?
I want to go back to my fucking injury. So I'm in this fucking cage because they can't look at my arm. They can't look at it. They want to take me over to the nurses, which is on the jail side. When I get there, then somebody's fucking having a freaking mental breakdown where I know that's fucking easy to happen. And so they couldn't take me. So then they put me back in the jail, the courtroom side, and then pretty soon here comes Caryn in. All right, Caryn, now she's like right next to me. So nice to have Caryn. Oh my God.
Good for something.
No,
I
Jake
think
Moore,
I
they
found
won't
my
take any.
toilet, sink, and water fountain from my van. What a handy little thing that is, huh? Oh my
The
God.
stainless steel all in
Oh
one.
my God.
But
Yeah,
it's so
you
cold.
try to get water to drink and the toilet flushes. And you're like, sorry, I did it again. Why that should be the drinking button. What
They
a
did call
nice,
the-
handy
they did
little
call
thing
the
that was.
Paramedics.
And did the firefighters come to see you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then they said, I got the ambulance here. You want him to check out your arm? And I said, yeah. And he didn't even, he stood in the doorway and said, how you doing? I said, well, that was some fucked up my arm pretty goddamn good.
And then they
Well,
said,
what do you need? And I said, well, some soap would really help.
You were bleeding.
What? Oh, it was just draining. It was just
And so
fucking
made
hot.
her
It's
bleed
still
that piece
hot.
of
you
shit.
were arrested at 10:30ish, and at 4 o'clock in the evening, you still had blood on you.
No.
Because when the lawyer came to see you,
I would say it was still bleeding, probably.
you
Yeah.
were still bleeding.
Yeah.
5 hours later.
And they took my Kleenexes. Remember, you handed me them Kleenexes out of the car that
Yep,
morning,
yep.
and they were in my pocket. And they were put in my little bag of tricks.
Yeah, your property.
Yeah, so I didn't.
Oh,
So
you're
they did
okay
bring
with
in a
soap and
thing of
water.
soap.
They did.
They did.
So you were just bleeding for 5 hours then.
Pretty much. Nobody did jack shit. And then when they went to put the band on, I said, is there any way? I mean, my fucking arm hurts. Is there any way you can put it? So right hand.
So they exasperate. Well, and that's to identify.
You'll see the nurse later. And that was probably freaking 7 o'clock when I seen the nurse.
Hours.
According to
later.
Wendy G, Janet, I owe you a good breakfast.
Oh, Wendy.
What?
Thanks for
What about Karen's breakfast?
Fuck,
Damn.
nobody cares about Caryn.
Fuck.
Nobody cares about Caryn. Listen,
Oh, no, I
Brian
never-
showed that yesterday in all his streams.
What?
He does really like me, guys. Don't let him
What
fool
did I do?
Showed how much you loved Caryn by just talking about Janet.
Yeah, Janet.
Well, we're bonding.
Oh, it wasn't Karen's first jailing. Right? This was a big deal. I mean-
she did good. I was proud of her. She helped other people. She helped other women that were in there.
So outside of jail,
That
Janet's
were-
the den mom. Inside of jail, Janet's the jail mom.
Yes, that's how it
It
was.
was so
how it
heartbreaking
was.
to watch.
Did you see the
was
Extinction
awful.
Rebellion post about the two of you?
No?
Oh yeah, it talks about
I
how
just
Janet
got my
feeds the
phone.
homeless
I just got my
and spends
phone.
the night at the church, and how you're involved with the DAP and went to Washington D.C. this year.
Oh yeah, Adapt was everybody asked about her T-shirt.
Everybody asked about Adapt and was really surprised.
What is
Yeah.
Adapt?
What is the Adapt for?
It's for disability rights. I forget
Oh
what
yeah,
it's
yeah.
called
We actually
now.
watched the documentary on that shit.
So
Yeah,
it started
Yeah.
in Denver in like
yeah. It was for the
1978.
buses, right?
Carol.
The
Yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
We actually, we
yeah,
actually
are
watched
the
that
ones
documentary
that
not
got
too
out
long
of their
ago.
We
wheelchairs
did.
and laid in front of buses.
Yeah, they chained
for
themselves
3
to
days or
buses.
something, and changed, and that's how you got the lifts
Yep.
and all the accessible
all of that
handicap.
nationwide.
But just this
Nationwide.
last fucking
Let's find out.
snowstorm, right?
Mhm.
That's come to my attention,
They
and
couldn't clear. Yep.
they can't even get through the intersections,
Yep.
right? They don't plow.
That's
Denver
why.
was a
Even
fucking
when
nightmare.
other people like they're supposed to clean the sidewalk, which they can't get through the sidewalks, and then you have the sidewalk, the streets that aren't plowed and stuff. People in wheelchairs can not get through and by,
Right.
and it's fucked up for them, and they're stuck in their homes for days, and some of them work. A lot of them work, and they can't get around because Denver can't plow their fucking
They
streets.
have jobs.
Yeah.
They have jobs. That's why we fought for Trump not taking away Medicaid, because people need their in-home health care workers, and that would take away their in-home health care workers, which would put them in nursing homes for help, and they're not, and they're people of society, and they work, they have lives, and we actually won that nationwide. We got arrested for 58 hours in Senator
Who's
Cordner's
Janet's
office.
mugshot?
But
Lord
yeah.
have mercy.
Yeah, we haven't seen your mugshot.
Yeah.
Right now.
Let's go. Where
I
is
am
it?
hiding it.
Where is it? Let's see it.
Freaking mess.
I was so mad, right?
Oh, she would not look at the camera. When I do that and go in, they'll say, "We'll get you later. Go in a cell." So at first you put your fingerprint on, and they say, "Look up here. Look at the camera. Look at the camera. Look at the camera." And she was like, "Look at the camera, ma'am."
No, first
And
they wanted me
she
to
was-
drop my shit on the floor, right?
Yeah.
And the fucking place is filthy, and I refused. So I put it on the top, but and they said that's where food goes.
So you know it might be cleaner up here. I'm not putting my shit on the floor.
Oh my god!
Fuck you.
And then it's all fucking tell you what to do, right? Tell you put your hands there, walk against the wall, all the way to the right.
So she's up
Hands
in-
on the wall.
So I'm coming in, she's up against the wall getting searched and shit like this by the bitch cop. And I go, "Janet, you did your hair. It looks so pretty." And she
I
goes like
just
this,
dyed it.
turns off the wall, and she goes, "Oh, thank you, Caryn."
It was just
Thank you,
enough.
Caryn.
It was just enough to
To set him off.
yeah, or
Yeah.
to even take me out of my mental where
Right.
I was.
Right.
That's why I did it.
Yeah,
And she's like,
yeah.
"Oh, thank you, Caryn. Okay." It was so fucking sweet.
Yeah, I just dyed it.
Yeah, but they wanted to put your property on the ground.
Yeah, they didn't want it on the ground. Yeah.
Where are you?
Let me tell
They
you, that
treat you
place
like
is
shit in there,
filthy.
and she found that out. She goes, "I can't believe people treat people like fucking shit in there."
I
like
wonder how they
animals."
die in that intake area, huh?
But then I had to go back, right? It's follow the yellow line, right? Follow the yellow line. So and then they holler at me, "Matson!" I'm like, what the fuck? Where did that come from? You know, what the fuck? Right? Where did it come from? I'm like still trying to
It's like-
figure out.
She's trying to say,
This
should
is
I?
where they murdered Marvin Booker right here. This is where the pig put his fucking leg and bent back,
And
right?
one of the ones that murdered him came in there. I didn't want to point it out to her as much, but the one that choke holded him and put his weight and pulled him up and killed him right there where we were sitting was actually came through a couple times in the jail when we were in there.
They
And,
still got their jobs. Every single one of them fucks.
Well, that's why you got
Not
arrested.
guilty.
And that's why you have bruises on your body, because they still have their jobs, and you recognize it, and you call it out every time you see him. And so
But-
he personally turned his anger into a vendetta
This
against
fucker is another murder, right?
you. Yeah,
yeah.
He murdered Michael Marshall.
right.
And he didn't get to go on the stand
He's the fourth.
because they settled out of court.
Right.
And that motherfucker still has his
And I
And so
thought about that too last night in that fucking jail cell. If they would have taken it all the way, right? This family. I mean,
have a job.
that fucking killer cop was the first one on him. First one on him. It was a total mental breakdown where I can see it happening all the time. Right? I even saw I asked Caryn, so what hallway would that be that he? So once I got dressed out, I seen the hallway.
Yeah, you were there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Kevin
know
Smith.
where he was, how he just fucking had a mental breakdown, and this fuck.
400-pound fuck on a 130-pound
Right?
man. You can see
Right?
it in the video.
And so it's
Threw him on the ground, got
it's
on
almost
top
like
of him, and then got an award and an accommodation for doing CPR on the motherfucker that he just killed.
right, and because homicide's still nobody's been found guilty of it, but $4.65 million.
You're nominated. You're the award. Shut up.
That's right.
Yeah.
I say he didn't get the award because we protested it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I didn't know he was nominated.
so did you guys know that the chalk we used was from Rockwall County?
No.
Yeah, that was the Rockwall
Sweet.
chalk.
And you didn't get arrested for
Yeah.
it.
And we still got some left.
That was beautiful to see. And to open the door to come out, that whole fucking waking up,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But you didn't hear the door open? I'm like,
You
no.
hear the popping all night. How
I
do you
didn't.
know?
I did not. My back was toward the door and I was facing the wall. So she had to fucking come up them fucking steps to tell me. And then it's like, get your stuff. And I'm thinking, you have my fucking stuff, right?
Well, they gave you a cup and a.
Well, she didn't
I
know
thought
that.
they
It's not her
fucking
shit.
Spoon in case
She didn't
somebody
know she was
else
supposed
lost
to.
theirs. Because I remember Michael Whitney said he threw his spoon away right away. And then didn't have anything to eat with. So.
She didn't know she was supposed to
And
bundle all
how
that
the
shit
fuck
up
did you
in
not
one
spend
thing.
53 hours in jail? You've never been arrested
I
before.
heard. I thought about that too. I thought about that too.
We were thinking, I was.
I think Michael didn't get
Mhm.
phone calls. I think they.
I think that
You
must
know?
have helped.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. From the second that you were detained, and all day today,
I
right?
was hoping so. That was the only
I was
highlight.
hoping
And
so.
I'm ready to lead a group to the specific location where the complaints about judges are where that office's of responsibility is, because they still haven't formally taken my complaint after
Oh no. I'm gonna go
60
down.
days of plus of trying.
Yeah, I do know. I want to file a complaint against this fucker. I want them to fucking go arrest him. He hurt me. Right?
And usually nothing's done.
First one
so-
calls the cops. Usually stays out of jail.
I
That's what
saw
I've
most of
noticed.
the women that were in there said they were in a domestic or something, and they were the ones that were fucked up, but the assholes are the ones that called the cops first, so they're the ones that got
Yeah,
arrested
this
in it.
woman fucking just got over cancer.
Mhm.
She's fucking skinny as skinny. Oh, she said it was 98 pounds just a year ago. Cut out a foot and a half of her colon. She had a bag.
Colonoscopy bag there.
Yeah. Fucking lucky to be alive. And
And-
she's in jail for beating up her boyfriend because he called the cops.
No, not defending
Well, you-
herself because he was beating the shit out
Yeah,
of her.
defending
She
herself.
defended herself, and she got arrested because
She
the
knows how
big
to
bastard boy
fight. She knows how to fight.
called the cops.
Yeah,
She
so
knew how to fight and
So it was
said,
a
"You're not
warrant.
beating me up."
It was a
and beat the
warrant.
shit
She
out
was
of
worried about her car.
Mm-hmm.
Right? She's got an 8-year-old.
And if you call the pigs first, you're not the one that goes to jail always. It had several
no,
times.
but you might be the one who gets shot.
Oh, I can see where they can.
Well, no, that's usually the other person that they call. Someone calls the police to help.
Yeah.
Get shot.
It's fucked up. Otto, we didn't make it to your mailbox today. That didn't happen.
Next time I will sing.
Follow the yellow.
Follow
brick
the
road. You
So that's
should've
what I
done
wanted
that.
to do. So when they hollered Matson, I went back then, and 2 pigs were coming toward me. And they're like, "Where you going? Where you going?" And I was just like, "Fucking!" They called me, and a guy in that fucking imaginary line hollered out, "Yeah, fucker! They called her up there." I was like, "Thanks." You know.
Thanks.
To do it all fucking over again. the fucking fingerprints, the fucking picture, right? Look at the
Really?
camera, look at the camera, and I just stare at
I think
it.
the worst part is just sitting there.
See,
In those
I-
hard ass chairs for 10
she has
hours.
a hard time with that.
It kills my back and my neck.
But that was kind of like the best.
Oh, Eric's in here. And Otto.
Otto, I thought about you during them days in there, man. The phones. I don't know how you did it. I just
I
don't know
piped
where
tea,
you walked
too.
because I was thinking about where in the
Hi,
fuck would you have
Otto.
walked?
Hi, everybody.
See, that only getting out an hour. You know, I wasn't even in there long enough to get out for an hour.
Did you have a meal in pod with everybody?
No.
You
We
got
had a
into the pod
sandwich.
late.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a sandwich at.
This yummy,
It had to be like
slimy
6
peanut
o'clock.
butter.
So you didn't make it up to the
Yeah.
pod until it was already locked down.
Yeah, I got up to the pot about, I would say 8:30.
Arrested it.
Yeah, rest
And
of
it
the
should
day.
10 hours. 10 hours to get from arrested and assaulted and kidnapped to being in the community housing area.
Well,
With
they
a
didn't
bed.
even put me in the community housing area. They just fucking came
Right in
in
the
203.
Well, that's the pod, the community housing area, right? Where everybody's jailed upstairs.
That was fucking awful.
So
The air is so fucking bad. Right off the bat, I couldn't breathe in there. It was fucking awful.
That's because I have trouble breathing.
And they gave me
I
this.
put toilet paper
They gave me
on the
this
thing.
sports bra to wear. And I just took that fucking. I don't know what that shit's made out of that material. It's like freaking. And then the blanket is like a fucking beanbag.
it's wool,
Yeah.
isn't
Wool.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, it stunk. I wanted to use it for a pillow, and oh, it stunk so bad.
I usually use it for a pillow.
God! Most filthiest place I've ever in my life seen. Filthy.
It is pretty filthy in there.
it? Yeah. So you got more knowledge and experience to be angry about.
Oh, you didn't hear this part. She wouldn't go into the bathroom downstairs until the trustees cleaned it, came down and cleaned it.
Really?
Yeah. And it's the
I couldn't
cleanest
even
I've ever
imagine
seen it.
how
It was-
dirty it was after coming from the
Usually
jail.
there's yellow
And sitting
piss
in
all
that.
over the toilet
So
seat.
wait, let me get this right. We need to Cora and demand all of the video from inside the jails where you were processed
They're filthy.
to show how they had to clean the place due to the conditions and how you're because this is all trauma for you 1983. You were
Oh
assaulted,
my god, it was awful.
right?
I went through I told Caryn in the elevator going down, Caryn, I said, I'm having a panic attack here. And she's like, calm down, Janet, calm down, just breathe as this fucker's ripping my fucking arm out.
Right, because not only can they not manage their own jury pool as bailiffs, but the judge can't handle an educated process to call everybody that he kicked out of the courtroom back into the courtroom so that he can determine which persons do or do not belong in the courthouse anymore. Individually, right?
Shark.
Oh, that's the one person I didn't get to flip and call yesterday. It's on my list. But because that's a real deal, right? They didn't have control of the jury. The judge called the jury in, did all this questioning, and I've already heard. We got to get those audio files too. But they were talking about how they heard, fuck the police or some other things. Conversations about bad policing, and so it was determined that they were a tainted jury because there were people who would be sitting in the galley whose conversations they audibly heard. Period. So if they audibly heard those conversations, the jury was not in the right location. They were not managed properly.
The jury walked through the fucking 10 pigs in the middle of the hallway down at freaking defense trial. That's where it started. Was defense thing. All these fucking 10 pigs come up. So I was dealing with that when I walked, and they brought the jury right through that shit. Like, that was no big deal, but I'm a big deal. I walked to the window to see what door defend come out of. Was he okay? Right?
Shame on you.
I looked out the window because his truck was right behind my car.
Right. You could see him
Yeah.
get to
So
his face.
as far as contaminating that jury, that didn't fucking happen. I might have said fuck the police quite a bit, but I just dealt with fucking 10 of them fucks.
Right.
Right?
So the jury was contaminated by seeing the shit in the hallway to begin with.
Yeah.
And the way the sheriffs were handling individuals.
And that fat fucking murderer pig went in after all the cops left and left the Finn alone in there and walked out. He went
Caryn
back
had
in to egg him on and shit and stood right there on top of him and shit and went around intimidating him when all the other cops
That
left.
fucking
So that
killer
fat
pig.
fucker is like trying to get people to go off
I remember
on
when Amanda Chilton was arrested through her
Uh-huh.
trial. She put in that room.
him.
He
Jennifer's-
was
Jenna's
he
been-
was the one he was the one that fucking was in her holding cell when she was and watched her pee in a cup and then was going because it wouldn't take her to the bathroom
Yes.
and then tried to get her for
Damaging
contaminating contaminating
Destroying public
yeah.
property.
And she
At
said
that
she
time,
said he's
she
a
wanted
fucking
to get-
asshole, right? He
Get
fucking
him away from
scares me, Janet. He scares me. And
Yeah.
that's the first time they wouldn't allow video, right? In the hallways.
They told us to shut off our videos because I was videotaping it.
That was
She held her cup of pee and said he stood there and made me pee in a cup and trying to charge me.
Yeah.
I'm scared of him, get him away from me. And
Yeah.
and that's pretty much what I'm telling them. I already know what this fucker is capable of doing. And everybody that walks through that fucking, every woman that walks through that fucking courtroom courthouse should know he fucking killed somebody and he's known to beat fucking women up.
And
what
the-
fucking judge would
And the deaf.
and the deaf.
And the deaf.
Yeah.
Right?
well,
Him standing
he's a
outside
piece
of that
shit.
courtroom was assaultive behavior. He was
Oh, yeah.
threatening and menacing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And the
Getting
idea that
this
they
close in our faces and in our space, trying to
I couldn't believe how close he was to you.
yeah, he's
I'm
like
getting my stuff. I'm, you know.
he's almost
Oh,
belly
yeah.
bumping you and shit.
No, I mean, like if I didn't have to work and some shit to do, I might have taken the but I try to only get one arrest at a time. Right? And so
Hey, why not?
I didn't think I did anything to be arrested for.
no, you didn't. You
I
were
was
getting up.
arrested
You
twice
said
in
I don't
2
feel
days."
safe with him, and a good cop would have
Would have
paid
stopped it.
attention to a woman saying, "I don't feel safe."
What is this
Not
shit
just a
about
woman, any fucking
de-escalation?
person. If any fucking person says
Fine.
around any
You're
officer,
Yes. And they're supposed to be de-escalators, not escalating. These motherfuckers escalate. They're supposed to de-escalate situations. And when a grandmother is
Huckleberry.
standing there saying, "I'm afraid of this fuck, get him away from me," you should fucking get him away from her.
Fuckleberry, the answer to that your question is that
That's why.
we just don't have enough bodies.
And I thought about you and Eric too when you get arrested together. How much fun that must be, because we had some fun, right?
Until
had
you
some
see
fun.
that.
Because you had somebody to
They
stand
were
with you
telling
and
us
We
they
were
were going to
actually
put us all
laughing,
in cells because
right?
we were laughing too loud.
So Lucero yesterday said that you weren't just going to get a trespassing ticket because that would have been a cite and summonable offense, right? They could have released you. So they had to
You
give
should
you
have never gone to jail. Never
Should have
fucking
never.
gone through that shit. Then you wonder why people go fucking postal. That's
Yeah.
why.
They're
And they have on that commercial from 9 News, if someone's having a mental episode, they help them right away, medicate them, whatever. What they do
Bullshit.
is they leave them in the cell and put a curtain around them so you can't see what they're doing, and leave them the fuck alone and don't even check on them. Or they put them in a
Good
fucking
job.
little suicide suit and put them in a
Thanks for helping.
in a cell
Oh,
that
we had-
has a hole in the ground to pee in.
We're only one eye here.
They don't help anybody in there. They escalate shit. They fuck with the homeless and they fuck with the mentally ill in
That's
there.
awful.
They need to shut down the fucking system, money system.
You could see them. You could see the ones. I
You know
couldn't
how
believe
many-
how many women were in there.
How many
I
people
can't
were in there
believe-
for petty fucking shit that they didn't do? Petty fucking shit that they should not be in jail for. And they're pregnant. They have their children.
He's got them.
Sorry,
Alexander.
I'm getting a little loud about it, aren't I?
Always.
shit's fucked up, man.
Yeah, they put you
I
in a
just didn't know
turtle
how
suit.
fucking.
It's all about the money. Yeah, Wendy.
Oh yeah.
It's all about the fucking money. That's what other women that were in there were saying. I'm in here only because they wanted the money. I shouldn't. 2 cops were there and saying we weren't gonna arrest you, and then some pig come out of nowhere and fucking puts hands on her and arrests
First
her
time being arrested. First time.
for nothing.
She was freaking.
She was crying, man.
Oh.
She was. She said Janet, if it wasn't for Janet, she'd be having a hard freaking time in there, and she got pretty sad when Janet went upstairs, and she didn't. Seriously.
That was
it's like-
when my fucking hell turned.
I was fucking awful, man.
I was trying
Locked
to
up in
prepare
a
you.
fucking cage,
I was
man.
trying to prepare her. She
Alone.
was surprised that they were going to be smaller than the cells downstairs. I go, they're a lot smaller, and sometimes 3 people in there. And I go, you just got to breathe, try to rest, try to sleep.
That's all I did was. Yeah. It was awful. The
Yeah.
water's bad, the food's bad, the air's bad.
Oh, you didn't even get to the good food throughout the day on the. Oh, that's some yummy shit. I should go check
So,
on my training period sometime.
I've been doing this for an hour. You guys want to say anything else before I kill it?
Fuck the police. We were singing like happy, 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 and she would sing the other part.
Fuck the cops, Jay.
Every day.
Oh, the year.
we were singing that in there.
She fucking flipped off fucking every pig that brought somebody in. Well, she
Most of
had
them knew
Yeah.
me.
Hi, Caryn.
Hi, Caryn. Thanks for all your support, everybody. Thanks for calls if you made it. We appreciate it.
Karen, we were here for Janet, not you.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I'll just step out of the way.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Bad.
Thanks for coming in. Thanks for showing your support. Fuck Denver Sheriff's County.
And fuck Brett. What's his fuck?
Garignani.
In the neck with something very
Fuck that
sharp.
fucking prosecutor Reese.
Yeah, that piece of shit. And Judge Rudolph.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
And fuck Judge Rudolph.
So I'm gonna pick this.
Later,
one
guys.
up. This is Eric.